M.
We are at the 13th episode.
Ooh.
M and N being the midpoint of the alphabet. Okay, so we've got quite a lot here. So I'll try to whistle through them with only elaborations where necessary. Today we're accompanied by small cans of Slimline tonic.
Which is delicious.
It's very, very refreshing. Okay, M starts appropriately with the film M by Fritz Lang.
Mm-hmm.
Which is...
Eureka.
It is a Eureka release, yes. So we've had a few Fritz... I think we've had a few. If we haven't, we will have. Fritz Lang silent films.
Yeah.
This is a... not silent, but it's still in his German era before he went to America. This is amazing. It's about a child killer, and it's got Peter Lorre in as the child killer. It's amazing. Then we've got... We'll talk about these all in one go. There's 4 Mad Max films in a row here.
Yeah.
So there's the box set of the original 3 Mad Max films, which I simultaneously love and am terrified by because of that horrible apocalyptic nightmare world. And then Mad Max Fury Road, which was a great return to Mad Max. Great, very good fun. Then we've got Magnolia. So the first of 2 Paul Thomas Anderson films in this section. I love Magnolia. It's a long watch, but well worth it. I think I've seen this 3 or 4 times for a 3-hour film. That's quite heavy love. Brilliant Tom Cruise performance, among other brilliant performances. Then is the Criterion edition of The Magnificent Ambersons. The big lost movie, as in it's not available in the original version that Orson Welles made and loved, because the studio chopped it about and put a happy ending on it. But even with that,
we started to watch that, didn't we?
yes,
We liked
it was a Sunday afternoon thing, wasn't it? I think we both snoozed.
Yeah.
It's a great film though. It's
but
fantastic.
Is it the original? Was what Wes Anderson based?
What's that? Yes.
The Royal Tenenbaums.
Yeah, it's very heavy influence on it. A family where it's got a voiceover, and they're a rich family who've kind of fallen on not poor times, but they're not as splendid as they used to be. Yeah, it's got very Wes Anderson-y feel. It's got an amazing opening where the voiceover runs through a load of the different people in the town and the history, and it's amazing. Then we've got The Magnificent Seven.
Based on the 7 Samurai.
You're learning quickly, Babbo. Yeah, a fantastic western from the kind of less gritty end of westerns. Yeah. It's a fun western for me, rather than a great western. But yeah, it's 7 Samurai.
It's a who's who, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's quite a cast, quite a theme tune. It's great. It's not 7 Samurai, but barely anything is. Then is a lovely box set, a Eureka box set again, of The Man with the Movie Camera.
Never heard of it.
So this is Dziga Vertov. It's a Russian film from 1920 something, 25, something like that. It's a brilliant. It's one of those films where it's like it's groundbreaking because it's like a documentary, but it's filmed with the flair of somebody making an amazing feature film with incredible editing and incredible shots and music, and it's quite something. It's about I don't think it's Moscow. It's maybe St. Petersburg, from what I remember. It's like a documentary about kind of the city. But it's just incredible. And the box set's lovely. It's got 3 or 4 other films in it as well. Really nice. Then comes Martha, Marcy, May, Marlene.
Oh,
Dark.
So good. So horrifying.
I haven't watched this since I saw it at the cinema.
I don't think it's a watch again.
No, I loved it.
I can think back to the scenes now. I can see them clearly in my mind. It's so...
I bought it because I think I will watch it at some point.
Oh.
But, yeah, it's hard, isn't it?
Mm.
So...
She's so good.
Very good. Then there's The Manchurian Candidate.
Yeah.
Frank Sinatra. Which
the
is,
original.
Yeah, which is the concept has been done so many times, hasn't it, as well as being remade. But yeah, it's great.
Cool cover.
Yeah, it's a lovely cover, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's an Arrow Academy. So Arrow is really good because they do Arrow Video, which is the where you'd get your squishy horror films and not samurai, these Yakuza films and stuff. And then there's Arrow Academy, which is the kind of the posher end of it, the more artistically important end of it. Then comes a great surprise from last year? Yeah, last year. So do you remember right back in B, we had...
I don't remember yesterday, but...
You will want to go to it. Beyond the Black Rainbow, that I said was like Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Like the kind of 80s themed science fiction that was made by Panos Cosmatos. Panos Cosmatos followed that up with Mandy.
Crazy Nick Cage.
The aesthetic of Beyond the Black Rainbow with Nicolas Cage in it.
Which Nick Cage do you get in this film?
You get batshit crazy Nicolas Cage
I am
in this
fond
one.
of that one. I
This
should give it a go.
This is amazing. It's got it's set in 1983. It's Nick Cage and his wife, who's Andrea Riseborough.
I don't think you should give
Oh no, I won't spoil it. And their life gets invaded by a cult. It's got a scene with the forging of an axe that is incredible. And a scene with Nicolas Cage sitting in a bathroom, which is incredible. So yeah, watch Mandy. I'm going to try and
do
do
it. Is it better than him and the alpacas in The Colour of Space?
Yeah. But it's a similar vibe. This is like, if Colour of Space went on for another hour and he went even more mad.
Oh my word.
I'd like to do a double bill of that and Beyond the Black Rainbow. We're struggling to get Beyond the Black Rainbow licensed, but I'm going to try. Then is a lovely box set of The Man Who Fell to Earth.
Yeah.
Which is not a film that I love, but it's a film that I very much like. If you know what I mean? It's Bowie.
Yeah.
So I like it.
Who loves Peaky Blinders?
Yeah, apparently so.
Found out this week.
He obviously didn't have any of her accents. Oh yeah, he didn't, because he did some bad accents in his time. Yeah, that's a lovely box set, and it's an interesting and I think great film, but not one that I loved to bits. I find it quite hard to watch sometimes. Then Paul Thomas Anderson's The Master.
I would want to watch that again.
See, I'm very keen to watch it again. I only bought this recently, but powerful.
Yeah.
Plus, the other reason that I wanted to buy the Blu-ray is because on it, it's got a film called Let There Be Light from 1946, which was directed by John Huston, who did Treasure of the Sierra Madre and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, which is basically this story. Is it?
No.
Oh.
Let There Be Light is a documentary about World War II veterans, and it's an hour long, and it's like, it's where a lot of the atmosphere and the performance of Joaquin Phoenix came from.
Isn't there a film like this though? An earlier film that's basically this story.
No, because this is essentially the story of Scientology.
Oh.
I don't know.
Maybe I'm getting confused.
Next is The Matrix.
Classic.
Yeah. It's not a film I bought that because we were going to screen it and I wanted to watch it again, and the 4K was on offer, so I bought it. And actually in 4K it was beautiful, but I was never a big fan of The Matrix. I think it's important as a film and it's interesting to watch every now and again, but
well, it's permeated
yeah,
popular culture, hasn't it?
yeah.
It's
I personally think it's aged terribly. It's only 20 something years old and it looks awful, some of it. But there you go. the interesting thing about that and the rest of the Matrix films in the box set of the Matrix films was that they've got a commentary track on by people who don't like the film, which is very rare. And the commentary on the second film is amazing, because I hated the second film and they do as well, and it's really interesting to watch. Then comes one of my favourite Scorsese's, which is Mean Streets.
Yeah.
The incredible Mean Streets. Bobby Gillespie from Primal Scream was once asked what things he'd take to a desert island, or things he'd like most in the world, and one of the things was Robert De Niro's hair in Mean Streets. And I think he's right. Much as I'd have anyone's hair at the moment, Robert De Niro's hair in Mean Streets would be good. Another Lars von Trier. This is a film that I'm not sure I would watch very often, but I think it's amazing. Have you seen Melancholia?
Yes, I powered through that.
I found it really hard to watch,
Yeah.
and really dark and really depressing and horrible, but at the same time amazing.
Maths homework.
Yeah,
But you
and I
powered
used to
to
find
get
maths
through.
homework amazing as well.
Yeah.
That's me. The end half an hour of that is pretty intense. Memento comes next, which is another film I loved.
Probably wouldn't happen now if you just used the notes section on your iPhone.
Well, no. You wouldn't have to write your whole life story on your body, would you?
No.
It's a good film, though. And the DVD, the Blu-ray's got the whole film put the other way around in chronological order, which I've never watched, but I'm quite interested to see how it holds together. Then is a thing that I love, a thing of beauty that another one that I've bought VHSs and DVDs and Blu-ray after Blu-ray is Metropolis.
Yeah.
So another Fritz Lang. We've had M, we've got Metropolis, we've got a classic with sound and a classic without sound. Next up, Criterion edition of Midnight Cowboy. Another great film.
I've not seen it.
Incredible soundtrack.
You rave about it.
Incredible acting. Sadly, the home release, this is very teal coloured. They've done the colour timing wrong and it looks a bit cold. It's meant to be a bit warm, I think. But
I think it's on Netflix.
it's teal on there as well, I checked. Next up, a film that I went to see at the cinema and I really enjoyed, but I didn't think was amazing. And then I watched it again and I loved it. And then I watched it for a third time and I'm now obsessed with it. Is Midsummer. So, the follow-up to Hereditary. Ari Aster is proving himself to be an amazing horror director. This has got the director's cut on, which I haven't watched yet. I really want to. But you watched the start of this, didn't you? The amazing opening scene.
Great opening, and then you told me the thing about the bear.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. But yeah, the opening. John, who works with us at the cinema, said he believes the opening 11 minutes should be fundamentally taught at film school, and I think I agree with him. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Next up, Mildred Pierce.
Great film.
Yeah, fantastic film.
I love Joan Crawford.
You do, don't you?
Yeah.
That's one of my favourites of the Joan Crawfords I've seen too. I loved it. Great noir, great performance, and we've got the remake of this as well down there, which I'd really like to watch again. With Kate Winslet, yeah. Which was good from what I remember, but it's not as good as
Sometimes
this.
you don't need to remake things, do you?
No, but I think that's more like because it was 4 episodes, they got closer to the book. They were able to put stuff in that was not in the original. Next, a low level for me, Steven Spielberg, but still a great Steven Spielberg, Minority Report.
Yeah.
Some amazing stuff in there.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You know where you are with that, don't you?
Yeah, just well put together.
Yeah.
Next, a film I only saw last year for the first time, or the year before. Recommended by a bandmate, David Doherty. Miracle Mile.
That blows my mind.
Yes, that's right. That's Anthony Edwards from ER and Mayor Winningham from Turner and Hooch.
That looks great.
Yeah.
Looks right up my
Miracle
street.
Mile is phenomenal.
Well, how are you only telling me this now?
I'm
5
sure I
years
told you about
later?
it before. So Miracle Mile is has an incredible a bit like From Dusk Till Dawn. Miracle Mile has a switch of genre and approach to film that goes from what appears to be a light-hearted rom-com stroke adventure like
I mean,
After Hours.
Is terrible.
You know, like After Hours, that kind of
Yeah.
thing is happening during a night and crazy stuff happens.
Yeah.
And then a phone call takes place in this and it changes the tone of the film totally.
We've got to get that on our watch list.
It's amazing. Then we've got Monsters, which we talked about when we talked about Godzilla. So Monsters is the film that Gareth Edwards made using home computers for the special effects. And I still don't know how he managed to do it. You see Monsters?
Is it about spiders?
No.
I was thinking about arachnophobia the other day.
Oh, it's amazing, isn't it?
I kind of want to watch that again.
Yeah, let's do that.
As someone that's scared of spiders.
Well, my best friend's scared of spiders, and we used to watch Arachnophobia quite regularly.
It's quite therapeutic in a way.
Yeah. I think it's a very good, effective B-movie horror film.
Yeah, you need to get it in the A's.
I'll have a look. So Monsters is set as though there's been an alien invasion, but it happened quite a long time ago, and we've kind of got used to them being here, and they're held in certain areas of the world that we don't go into anymore.
Okay.
It's really good.
Okay.
Really, really good.
Give it a go. Put it on our watch list.
Very, very well made. Like, amazing that he made it as he did. Next is Monty Python's The Life of Brian, which, in a collection that hasn't got very much comedy in it, you might have noticed. It's because I don't really find very many things funny. I found Life of Brian funny.
Yeah.
And I'm not a massive Monty Python fan, but that works for me on the basis that it's funny, and it's that, like Dogma, it's a film that's got religion in it without it being a religious film, if you know what I mean. I like those. Next up is another Bowie, his son, Moon, directed by Duncan Jones, who was originally Zoe Bowie.
Mm-hmm.
So Moon is Sam Rockwell as an astronaut at the end of a 3-year mission on the moon. Amazing. And that is another reason why I can see why people like steelbooks when it's like that.
Mm.
Very mildly indented on the cover. It's nice. Then look, it's Wes Anderson again. Every day it's a Wes Anderson. Moonrise Kingdom, which I've only seen once, but I really liked. Just haven't had a chance to go back to it.
Yeah.
That's quite the cast as well, isn't it? It's one of the. It's another with all the gang in it.
I'm sure I've seen it, but I can't remember anything about it.
It's about Cub Scouts. Well, the American equivalent of Cub Scouts. Ed Norton as the scout leader. And the little scout runs away with his little girlfriend.
Cute.
It's great. Then 2 copies of Mulholland Drive.
Why are you singing everything
It's
today?
alright. The Criterion edition of Mulholland Drive and a previous DVD of it from Studio Canal, because the DVD's got different extras on it and a different book. And like a lot of the Lynch films, comes in a little plastic sleeve, which I really like. I like I've only seen Mulholland Drive a couple of times, but it's one of those films that I feel like I want to go back and watch every 6 months.
I get it.
I don't get
confused
round
with
to it.
Arlington Road.
Well, yeah, because they're addresses.
Yeah.
And isn't there a Mulholland? There's another Mulholland Falls as well, isn't there?
Mm.
Mulholland Drive's got. It's not my favourite Lynch, but it feels like it's mysterious enough to keep going back and watching it. Then another Spielberg, which I only saw for the first time last year, I owned the DVD from when it came out, I think, and I never got around to watching it. And then I saw something there was a YouTube clip that had the anatomy of a scene, of a load of different scenes, and it had a scene from this
I don't know what you're saying.
I hadn't
But the film is Munich.
realised was in it, which is the amazing long take shot, or long tension shot of a bomb planted somewhere.
Right.
And I saw a kind of thing about, this is like one of the most thrilling scenes. And I thought, I'm going to watch Munich. I'm going to actually finally get around to it. And I watched the DVD of it and immediately bought the Blu-ray of it. Because I loved it. I like it when Spielberg does those things that are less fantasy. I love the fantasies, obviously, but it's really interesting when he does the things that aren't fantasies. And Munich's very good. Then comes My Darling Clementine. John Ford Western about Wyatt Earp, Doc Holliday, gunfight at the OK Corral. That's a lovely limited edition Arrow version that's got a second disc with a different version, a different film on it, another version of Wyatt Earp story. It's great. My Own Private Idaho next.
Lovely.
The lovely Criterion edition.
It was so much fun watching that in the cinema with us.
Yeah, there was no one there.
With a few.
It was that Easter where we got things wrong, wasn't it? I got things wrong, and I put films on over Easter weekend, even though everyone in Penarth goes on holiday for Easter by the look of it. My Own Private Idaho is I've got a drawer full of suggestion slips from the box at the cinema, and My Own Private Idaho comes up probably second only to like Star Wars.
Yeah.
People are always asking for My Own Private Idaho, so we better put it on again at some point, I guess. It's great though, isn't it?
It was lovely to watch it in a communal experience.
It's a cracker.
Because I think most people watched it on the VHS from Blockbusters.
Yeah.
It was nice to watch it together.
Yeah. Cracking. And then last in the M's is My Wrongs, number 8245 to 849 and 117, which is a short film that stars Paddy Considine as a guy who's dog sitting, and the dog talks to him.
Interesting.
It's directed by one of my favourite people, Chris Morris, of Brass Eye and Jam and Four Lions.
Yeah.
And as you'd expect, it's totally surreal, and it's got moments of absolute awfulness in it, and it's great. So those are the M's. Whistle stop tour of the M's. 3 to keep for a desert island. Tough. I think I'm going to have to keep Midsummer and Metropolis.
You going for a third?
Yeah, I'm trying to think what I would possibly take. Midsummer, because I'm obsessed with it. Metropolis, because it's one of the greatest films ever. I mean, am I on this desert island forever?
There
I
are
am,
more
aren't
questions about the desert island.
I'm on it forever,
I think
aren't
we're
I?
halfway through.
I know what the score is. Mean Streets.
Okay.
What would you take from these?
I take Mildred Pierce,
Very good choice.
Mean Streets, and Mandy.
I think I'd regret not taking Mandy now. I think I'm probably going to regret not taking Mulholland Drive, because if I'm on the desert island forever, I might actually work out what Mulholland Drive's about.
Yeah.
If I took it. So maybe I should swap Mulholland Drive for everything else.
It's a shame that there's no swaps.
No.
That's one of the hard rules.
Yeah, especially since I chose Indiscreet for I, because I thought we were going to the desert island together and we could watch it on our wedding anniversary. And then you said that you weren't on the island with me and I'd missed out on taking other things.
And also, we watched The Godfather on our wedding anniversary.
Yeah, fair enough. You know.
So here's your bonus question.
Go on.
You've mentioned whistling twice now.
Whistle stops.
Yeah.
Okay.
What to you is the best, most effective whistling in a film?
Great question. I think we've had one with a really important whistle in it today.
What is it?
M. If I remember rightly, it's quite a while since I've seen it. In order to draw attention to the murderer, the police whistle a specific tune. And it's really good, because you know we were talking yesterday about rooting for the bad guy. You kind of are rooting for the child killer to get away because it's so well done, the chase, and you're waiting for the whistle. If I remember rightly, I'm gonna have to have a rewatch that. Whistles. That's a good one.
Yeah.
If it is a whistle, I think it is. The whistling. The thing that springs to mind, obviously, is the scene in To Have and To Have Not with. You know how to whistle, don't you, Steve? Just put your lips together and blow.
They don't actually whistle. No?
There's a whistle, surely.
I was thinking more, like, you know, there's always that scene in a prison with someone like a creepy whistle down a maybe is there a whistle in Silence of the Lambs where she's walking down the
I don't know.
prison?
I don't know.
But whistling can be pretty creepy.
I wasn't expecting that question.
I know.
Best use for a whistle. I'm hoping that it is actually M, and therefore I'm going to choose M because it's relevant to today. Maybe the whistling in The Great Escape, in the theme tune. Is that Great Escape? It is, isn't it? My brain's gone. I've been asleep for now.
I mean, I threw it on you.
You did.
So just feel free to pick it up tomorrow if we can remember. I
also a whistle that I always enjoy because I do it with the dogs is the whistling sound thing that Belosh does at the start of Raiders of the Lost Ark when they're in the jungle and he sends the Indiana Jones has come out of the temple where he's just stolen that golden head, tried to get the golden head. Belosh has taken it back off him, and then Indy runs off, and Belosh orders the native tribe to go after him with their blow darts by going. That's a whistle I like.
Is that a whistle?
Kind of.
So I think that's a whistle.
Okay, fine. Can't have that one then. I don't know then. Other than these.
Yeah, that's good.
Have you got a whistle? Where did that come? Just because I said whistle stop?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So we were supposed to be showing The Truth.
We were supposed to be showing The Truth tomorrow.
Can we watch it? How can we watch it?
It's on Curzon Home Cinema. We could all watch it on Curzon.
I think we should. We should.
We should, yeah. I'd really want to watch it because I like the films I've seen so far from Correada.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do.
Let's do that tomorrow.
Yeah. So we're halfway through. And we are over halfway through the shelves. Because there are a couple of letters Q, X, that are under subscribed Y in the second bot. So we're halfway through letters, but more than halfway through films. Quite a lot more. So there we go.
Super interesting.
Here you go. Right, okay, so back tomorrow for N for November. I think. 1, 2, 1.5 shelves, that's it. Thanks everybody. Bye.